Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuda Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamidamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayade girim yatkrpatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I would like to welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we are continuing from yesterday. So we are now studying the pastime of Vrtrasura Maharaj, and we started discussing from the chapter number 7 of canto number 6, and this chapter entitles Indra offends his spiritual master, right? So we have seen, I think, 11 verses yesterday, and we have seen that Indra, the king of heavenly planets, he did not respect his spiritual master, and what happened? Spiritual master left the place. He did not curse him, he just left the place, right? And after he went, then Indra realized that he has done a very big mistake, that he realized that he has done a guru aparata. Then Indra was regretting for his act. And let us see now, moving forward, we will see what is happening now. Okay, I'm just sharing the screen. So we discussed the last verse, verse number 11. So Indra is saying, "Oh alas, what a regrettable deed I have committed because of my lack of intelligence and my pride in my material opulences." So Indra is admitting here, he understood his mistake, why he had committed this mistake, because he himself is telling that because of my pride and lack of intelligence. So what happens if we become pride? If we become proud, what happens? Our intelligence will not work properly. Intelligence, if the intelligence is not working properly, in the sense, if the intelligence is not sharp, what will happen? We'll be taking bad decisions, we'll be choosing wrong things, we'll be doing wrong activities, we will be doing sinful activities, right? If our intelligence is not sharp, or if the intelligence is not working as required. So if the intelligence is contaminated, then we'll be taking a wrong decision. Similarly, what happened here? Because of the pride, Indra is saying, because of my pride, I lost, my intelligence was not working properly. In the sense, he is saying my lack of intelligence, it did not work as it was supposed to work. Intelligence is the, intelligence is the discriminative power. By intelligence, we will know what is good, what is bad. So if the intelligence is contaminated, what happens? We may do wrong things, and we will not understand that it is wrong while doing that activity. So this is what happened. It happened, he just neglected his spiritual master, but after that he understood that he has done a big mistake, and he is now actually regretting for his mistakes. Repeatedly he is saying that, oh, I have done a very grave mistake. So let's see, let's go forward. Ko gridye pantito lakshmim triptishtapa paterapi yayaham asuram bhavam nito adya vibhudeshwaraha. Yes, translation and purport is given by our beloved founder Acharya Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrachakacharya Ashtottara Shata. His Divine Grace Sri Srimad Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, who is going to recite? I have seen hands. Yes, Sudhamadaji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Ko gridhyet pandito lakshmim tripishta papaterapi yayaham asuram bhavam nito adya vibhudeshwara.
Translation.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Madaji, Sindhu Madaji, she has raised the hand.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Sindhu Madaji, please go ahead. Thank you, Sudha Madaji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Text 12.
Please, Madaji. Yeah.
Translation alone or translation in purport?
Translation.
Okay, Hare Bol. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Although I am king of the demigods who are situated in the mode of goodness, I was proud of a little opulence and polluted by false ego. Under the circumstances, who in this world would accept such riches at the risk of falling down? Alas, I condemn my wealth and opulence.
Thank you, Madaji. See, now again he's repeatedly regretting what he has done. He's saying, I am the king of demigods. We all know Indra he himself is telling, I am the king of demigods, and I was proud of little opulence. So, see, Devatas are all in mode of goodness. That is why they are Devatas. And Asuras are in the mode of ignorance and passion, isn't it? So, Devatas are all in mode of goodness, and because even though he was in mode of goodness, what happened? He was proud of that opulence. So, Indra himself, he is telling that I was proud of my opulence, and because of that I was polluted by false ego. And now he is saying, he is condemning his own wealth and opulence. He is saying, oh, because of this wealth and opulence I became proud, and because of that pride I offended my spiritual master. This is very, very beautiful and powerful purport by Srila Prabhupada. So I would like to go line by line. Let's see how we can do this. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prayed to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कविदां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवदा भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि. We can see this in Shishtashtagam of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the best prayer. Actually, we should pray like this. What is the prayer? Oh Krishna, oh my Lord, I do not want anything. I do not want any material opulence. I don't want wealth. I don't want any number of followers. And I don't want any beautiful wife or, wife in the sense here if a male is praying, then female. I don't want any beautiful wife, and vice versa also. All the prayers are like that. So I don't want opposite. I don't want the enjoyment of opposite sex, and I don't want any number of followers. I don't want any material opulence or wealth, and even I don't want to be a scholar. Kavitam va jagadisha kamaye. And what I want is only and only I want to become your pure devotee. Even he is saying, I do not want even liberation, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying here, Mama Janmani Janmanishware, that I am ready to take birth again and again. Taking birth again and again in the material world means not liberation, right? So he's saying, I don't want even liberation. I am ready to take birth again and again. But I want only one thing. That is, Bhavatat Bhaktir Ahaitugi Tvai. I want unconditional, unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service unto your lotus feet. I do not want anything else other than that. So this is the best prayer, dear devotees. This is what we should aspire for. Nothing else. We should aspire for pure devotional service, pure bhakti. And this is the greatest asset. Nothing else. Whatever we have, material opulence or whatever, name, fame, recognition, nothing is going to help us. It will actually take us away from Krishna only. So what is going to be with us as a permanent asset is only bhakti. And this should be our aim of life. Nothing else. This should be our goal of life. Bhavadat bhaktir ahitugi. This is not a normal, this is not a, conditional bhakti. Or we can say that this is not, we are expecting something from Krishna, material. No. Ahitugi. Ahitugi means unmotivated. Without any motivation, without any reason. Even Krishna, if you don't like me, I don't have any problem, but I love you. So this is the mood. From the devotee side, devotees like gopis, they are saying, we are ready to go to hell. If we give the dust of our lotus feet, then if that is curing Krishna from his headache, we are ready to give the dust. We don't have any problem to even if we have to go to hell. See, that is the mood. That is the mood of a devotee, without expecting anything, and just serving Krishna. Just they have only one aspiration. They have only one desire in their heart. What is that? I want to serve Krishna selflessly. I don't want anything. Yeah, that is the best. That is the mood of a exalted devotee. So here Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that all I want life after life is to be a faithful servant of your Lordship. I want to be the servant of the servant of the servant. Nothing else. So according to the laws of nature, Srila Prabhupada says, when one is extremely opulent, one becomes degraded. And this is true both individually and collectively. So according to the laws of nature, yes, Srila Prabhupada says, if we are more opulent, then there is a chance for fall down. So it is a high risk actually if we are having a lot of opulence, because we will get proud, and there will be a lot of people following us, So automatically we will start thinking that we are something great, so that will help, that will in fact degrade us. So the demigods, here Srila Prabhupada says again, the demigods are situated in the mode of goodness, but sometimes even one is situated in such an exalted position as King Indra, still falls down because of material opulence. So Indra is in such a great position, and Indra is the king of the demigods, but still, and he is in the mode of goodness, and still, because of the material opulence, he fell down. So now Srila Prabhupada is saying very interesting thing. Just please listen carefully. We are now actually seeing this in America. And wherever America is quoted, dear devotees, think about our own nation, India. Srila Prabhupada is writing this when in 70s, right? In 60s and 70s. That time he was in America, he was telling the situation of America. But just imagine the situation of India now. It is getting worse than America or worse than the Western countries. We are seeing that, right? Many in the in the name of advancement, we are losing the culture. We had a very good culture in this country, but everything is being lost. Like what we can say, that independence, and everybody is saying that, yeah, ladies are saying that we want to be independent, we don't want to be under anybody, nobody can control us. And another advancement, another what we can see is that, yeah, living what is that living together relationships, this is very prominent in India now. Just see the degradation. It was not there before. India had a very good culture. Now things are getting worse, right? And from the schools, students are getting polluted by different means. We don't want to discuss all these things, but just think about the situation of India now. So whatever Srila Prabhupada is saying here as America is actually applicable to all of us. So we are now actually seeing this in America. The entire American nation has tried to advance in material opulence without striving to produce ideal human beings. The result is that Americans are now regretting the wholesale criminality of American society and are wondering how America has become so lawless and unmanageable. See, this is the condition of America, but we had America is a different nation. We had a very good culture in this country, and we were following Sanatan Dharma in the previous ages, isn't it? So we have a very good reputation. This Bharat Bhumi is having a high position among the world. This is the best place. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead is taking avatars in this Bharat, right? So our nation, our place is very special. We have to protect this nation. In the sense, spiritually we should protect, but somehow we are not able to do that, because of many reasons. So here Srila Prabhupada is saying about America, but we can even think about our nation. The result is that, yeah, we already read. So as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada says 7.531, Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnum. Persons who are unenlightened do not know the aim of life, and which is to return to go back to Godhead. So he is talking about this. If we don't know what is the aim of life, then we are losing the ship. We are wasting the life again. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada says, both individually and collectively, they try to enjoy so-called material comforts, and they become addicted to wine and women. See, this addiction to wine and women is becoming very prominent in our country also, right? So we can see that the progress. The men produced in such a society are less than fourth class. Means they are the people who are coming in this category, Varna Shankara. They are fourth class, means even fourth class, even they are, we cannot say which class, we cannot put in some class or Varna. So very bad situation is happening. And that hellish society, Srila Prabhupada says, Varna Shankara population creates a hellish society. So we have to be very, very careful, and we should try to spread Krishna consciousness, and spreading Krishna consciousness or by Krishna consciousness only these things can be changed. There is no other solution for this. So Srila Prabhupada is again talking about the Hare Krishna movement, how Hare Krishna movement has helped America, and how many American people have converted to, they became devotees, and things have changed, and we can see that when Srila Prabhupada went there, he went to a totally new country, but he could make many devotees, but he did not compromise on the principles. He did not compromise on the principles. This is also very important. Recently I was there is one short video of Srila Bhakticharu Swami Maharaj is being circulated. So Maharaj is mentioning a very important point. He says, Srila Prabhupada said one time that if I would have compromised on one of the regulative principles, I could have got more than 10,000 disciples. More and more disciples I could have got, and this movement would have become big. If I have compromised on one principle, any of the four regulative principles, then Srila Prabhupada said, I don't want disciples like that. I don't want to compromise on the principles, because the principles what we are following is Bhagavata Dharma. It is being said in Bhagavatam. So what regulative principles we follow? These four regulative principles are the pillars of Dharma. They are four pillars of Dharma, right? That we know that four regulative principles what are. So those are the pillars of Dharma. If you are compromising on that, then what is the point? See, that is the greatness of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. He was not bothered about the number of disciples. He was maintaining that quality, that principles he was holding very tightly, and he was just repeating what is being said in the scriptures. He has not created anything from his own pocket, some new principles or some new philosophies. No, he was just repeating the words of acharyas. He was just following his spiritual master, nothing else. So we have a very strong movement, or we have a very strong society. This Krishna consciousness society given by Srila Prabhupada is the best gift what we have got in our life, dear devotees. We should always remember this, and we should give our life. We should give our life for this movement. In the sense, if we are following the principles properly, if we are following our spiritual master, our Srila Prabhupada's teachings, his books, then we will be able to achieve the goal of life. No doubt about it. And this is the only way. This is the only way. Yeah. So very important points Srila Prabhupada is conveying to us. This is all applicable to all of us. Okay. Ya parameshtyam dishanam adishtitana kanchana pratyutishthed idi bhruyur dharmam tena param viduhu. Yes, Raksha Madaji, please go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yah parameshyam dishnam adhistishnam kanchana pratyutisthid iti bryu dharmam tena param viduham.
Yes,
Can I read the translation also?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If a person says one who is situated on the exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show respect to another king or a brahmana, it is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada is saying, the translation is like, if a person says one who is situated on an exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show respect to another king or a Brahmana. It is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles. So what happened? Indra was sitting in an exalted throne and his spiritual master came. He did not give respect, right? This is the biggest mistake he has done. So let us see what Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura is one of our great acharya in our line. So he is saying here in his commentary, Srila Prabhupada is quoting here, when a president or a king is sitting on his throne, he does not need to show respect to everyone who comes within his assembly. But, so it is not necessary to show respect to everyone in the sense because he is holding that position. But he must show respect to superiors like spiritual master, Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. This is very important. So we should respect. That doesn't mean that we should not respect anybody. We should respect in our heart, everyone. But to the superiors like spiritual master, Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, we should actually physically also show respect. That is the meaning. Right? Very, very important. And Srila Prabhupada is here giving examples from the Shastras, and our Supreme, our dear Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, he was sitting on his throne, and when he was sitting in Dwaraka on his throne, what happened? When Narada Maharshi came, when Narada Muni came, what happened? He stood up. He immediately stood up, and his officers and ministers, he stood up with his officers and ministers to offer respectful obeisances to Narada. So, Lord Krishna is teaching all of us by his own example how we should respect our seniors or superiors. So, he himself stood up when Narada Maharshi came. And Narada, he knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, but what Narada Maharshi did, Narada knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Krishna knew that Narada was his devotee. But although Krishna is Supreme Lord and Narada is Lord's devotee, the Lord observed the religious etiquette. This is very important. This is very, very important, and Krishna is teaching us. And Narada also did not say anything. And because that is an etiquette, Krishna is showing respect, Narada, admitted that. So very, very important. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Give me just a minute, please, because here my building's fire alarm is ringing. I really don't know. Just give me a minute. Let me see if it is a fake alarm or if something is genuine. Sorry. Please chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Somebody can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, please.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. I think it was a false alarm. Sorry for that inconvenience. Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaye Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Yes. So we were talking about Lord Krishna's example. So he himself is showing respect. He is teaching all of us what we have to do. Right? So Lord Krishna himself is teaching us. Right? So we have to understand this, the importance. So Now we understood that our Lord, our King Indra did a big mistake, right? Because Krishna himself, even though he was the supreme personality of the Godhead, it is not necessary for him to stand up because he is the topmost person, isn't it? But still he did that to show etiquette. Even in Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela also we can see he was following all the Vaishnava etiquettes as an example to show the world how we should do. So this is very very important. Yeah. So since Narada, he was a brahmachari, he was a brahmana, he was an exalted devotee, and because of that, Lord Krishna, paid respectful obeisances unto Narada. Srila Prabhupada says here, a civilization in which the people do not know the representative of Narada and Krishna should be respected, then how society should be formed and how one should advance in Krishna consciousness. So if you don't know the etiquettes, then it is very very difficult. Very very difficult. We will not be able to advance in the society. Very very important. Then Srila Prabhupada further down he says we have to follow this Chaturvarnya Maya system. In the sense the Varnashrama Dharma, the four Varnas, we should follow that. Then because that Chaturvarnya Maya system, Krishna says, I am the creator of this Chaturvarnyam. Right? This is Varnashrama system. That Varna, if we follow, then it is the best thing. So here he says, society without Vedic laws and regulations will not be very helpful to humanity. So if the society is not following the Vedic principles, then it will not be good. Then the society will be going down. Will be degrading day by day. So very important. Okay. So that's the take home from the previous verse. Tesham kupata deshtrinam patatam tamasi adaha ye shraddayur vachaste vai majjandi ashmaplava iva. Yes. Anybody would like to recite, please?
Shall I, Prabhuji? Shall I, Prabhuji?
Divya Mataji. Okay. Yes, please.
Tesam kupatadrishtranam patatam tamasihi yadaha ye sraddhadyur vachasvite vaimajanti asma plava ivaha.
Thank you, Mataji. Rupali Mataji, please read the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
By Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who misled people by directing them to the path of destruction, as described in the previous verse, are in effect boarding a stone boat, and so too are those who blindly follow them. A stone boat would be unable to float and would sink in the water with its passengers. Similarly, those who misled people go to hell and their followers go with them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very, very important. So here Srila Prabhupada says, leaders who have, he has given a very beautiful translation of the verse. The leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who mislead people by directing them to the path of destruction, as described in the previous verse. We have seen that if we are not following the right path, then we will be, and if the leaders are not showing the right path or not following the Vedic etiquette, then it will be a problem. So what is the effect here? Srila Prabhupada here in the translation says it is like a boarding a stone boat. So what will happen if we have a boat made of stone? Can we imagine that? Boat should float on the water, right? But do a stone boat float? No, it will sink, isn't it? So stone boat is not a good idea, isn't it? So if we follow the path of ignorance or the path of ignorance, or we are following people who are not directing us properly, then what will happen? It will be a path of destruction. A stone boat would be unable to float. Yeah, we know that it cannot float, it will sink in the water, right? Similarly, people will, if the society, if the leaders are misleading people, then people will go to hell. Everybody will go to hell. So means because we will not be following the Vedic principles, right? So this is very, very important as a leader, because Indra is the king of demigods. He should be an example for all the demigods, right? Because he is holding that position. So it is his responsibility to be an example to everybody. So that is the thing. If he is not following properly, then what will happen to the others? So that connection we can take. So anyone who is having that responsible position should be very, very responsible in their acts. Should take responsibility. For example, let me just, why the video is not clear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay. For example, even a father, just imagine in a family, father is holding a respectful position, right? He has a respectable position. So father should be an example to his children, isn't it? If he's not following the etiquettes properly, or if he's doing some kind of bad, if he's having some bad habits, then he is not a good example for the children, isn't it? So whoever, we all are having some respectable, or we are holding some positions, right? So we all are actually responsible, because there are people who are following us, or they may follow us. So we should be a good example. This is very important for all of us. Every time we should think this. So there is a beautiful verse in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 11th canto where it says, Nirdeham adyam sulabam sudurlabam plavam stukalpam guru karnadharam mayanukule nabasvateritam. Guru karnadharam. What it says, Nirdeham adyam sulabam sudurlabam. What it says, to get a human form of body is very, very rare. It is not easy to get a human form. But we have got it, right? We all have got a human form. That's why we are sitting here. And there is some meaning for this human form of life. It is not to waste. So Nirdeham adyam, it sulabam sudurlabam. It is very durlabha to get a deha. Plavamstu kalpam guru karnadaram. And now we have got the human form of body. And not only that, we have got the body, and we have got and this body is compared to a boat here. We can say that this body is compared to a boat. So what is the role of a boat? This is not a stone boat. This is the real boat. Okay, this can float in the water, and it can be it can cross the ocean like that. So the boat is compared to our human body, and there is a captain of the ship. There is a captain for this boat or ship. Who is that? That is Guru Karnadaram. Guru means spiritual master, is our captain. So he is navigating the boat. And there is favorable winds in the ocean. What are the favorable winds? Favorable winds are our Vedic knowledge, or our Shastras, or Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Bhagavad Gita. All the scriptures are like favorable winds. And if we take advantage of this opportunity of all the facilities, like the captain of the ship, the favorable winds, then what will happen? We can easily cross the ocean of material existence. Here the ocean is compared to the ocean of material existence. Bhava Sagara. We can easily cross if we take the shelter of spiritual master, if we follow him, and if we study scriptures seriously, and if we follow the instructions and the teachings of scriptures. If we do that, then we can easily cross over this material existence. And if we are not using this human body for this, if we are not using our human body, human form, for if we are not using to cross the material existence, then what this sloka says, then we are actually killing ourselves. We are actually committing a suicide kind of, because we are killing ourselves. We have got all the opportunities, but we are not taking that opportunity, so we are just killing ourselves, this verse says. So this is very very important shloka also, which is, you know, talking about the importance of human form of life and the facilities what we have got. Even we have got the human form and we have got spiritual master, we have the scriptures accessibility, everything we have, right? And especially all of us sitting here, we do have that. That is why we are here. We have Srila Prabhupada books, we have spiritual masters in our society, in our movement, isn't it? So we have all the facilities, so we are so fortunate. We comes in that fortunate people category. And still if we are not using this opportunity, then we are simply actually wasting our life. We are simply wasting our life. We have everything in our plate, but we are not ready to eat it properly. This is the problem. So we have to take shelter of spiritual master, and we should make use of this boat, this human form, by following the spiritual master and studying the scriptures and chanting the holy names. We should cross over this material existence. Very important. This is the only opportunity. You know, as we may get or we may not get, we don't know in future. Why we have to wait? So let us take this opportunity. We have given our life, we have wasted our life, billions and billions and billions and trillions of years. We have wasted our life. Still if we are again we are going to waste our life, then what is the point? What is the point? So as Srila Prabhupada always says, let us give this one life to Krishna and see what is going to happen. That is what Shri Krishna also wants from us. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vaja. Just forget about everything, just surrender to me. I will take care of you. I will take care of you. So he is giving that instruction to all of us. Krishna has given that promise. If we surrender, then he will do the needful. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna himself, he came in Kali Yuga as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is teaching us how to surrender. Krishna said in Dwapara Yuga, surrender to me. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing us how to surrender. So if we study Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can see how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing us through his own life how to surrender to the Supreme Lord, how a devotee should be. He is teaching us how a Vaishnava should be. So many things we can learn from Mahaprabhu. He himself is teaching us. Yeah. So this surrenderance is very, very, very important. So if we surrender to Krishna, yes, then Krishna will take care of everything. Yeah. So this Krishna consciousness is the only solution for all the problems. This is the only solution. We should know this. And now no material things can help us in any circumstance. We should not take shelter of anything other than Krishna also. Our only shelter is Krishna and spiritual master. Nobody else. Not our bank account. Not our properties. This is not going to help us. Only Krishna can help us. Only Krishna can save us. Only our spiritual master can save us. So very, very important. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Ataham amaracharyam agada dishanam dvijam prasadayishye nishataha Shri Shishna Tacharanam Sprishan. Yes, who is going to recite? Anybody? Please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, shall I?
Yeah, please, Prashanti Mataji, please go ahead.
अथाहं मम राचार्यम् अगाध दिशानं द्विजं प्रसादयिष्ये निशस्सः शीर्ष्णा तच्चरणं स्पृशन्.
Please read the translation also.
Translation by Prabhupada ki Jai. King Indra said, therefore, with great frankness and without duplicity, I shall now bow my head at the lotus feet of Saraswati, the spiritual master of the demigods. Because he is in the mode of goodness, he is fully aware of all knowledge and is the best of the Brahmanas. Now I shall touch his lotus feet and offer my obeisances unto him to try to satisfy him.
Thank you.
Krishna.
Dhanavad Pranam. So here Lord King Indra is telling, yes, now he is regretting, right? He was regretting badly. He said, let me offer my obeisances. Huh? And my spiritual master is a great personality, he says. Without any duplicity, now let me bow down my head unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. And spiritual master is fully aware of all. And he is glorifying his spiritual master. He is saying he is in the mode of goodness and he knows everything. And he is the best of the Brahmanas. So let me now offer my obeisances. Let me touch his lotus feet and pay obeisances. And let me try to satisfy him. Because he was upset, right? He was sad, isn't it? And let me try to pacify him, or let me try to satisfy him. Now Indra has come to the senses, right? Indra has come to the senses and he is regretting. And now let's see. So Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, coming to his senses, King Indra realized that he was not a very sincere disciple of his spiritual master. So he is thinking, yeah, I am not a good disciple. So he decided, now let me be non-duplicious. Let me surrender. Let me just pay obeisances. Let me tell, let me beg forgiveness from my spiritual master. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado yasya aprasada nagadi gutopi. Every day we are reciting this Guru Ashtagam, right? In the morning, given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura. So what this sloka says? Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Without pleasing the spiritual master, we cannot please Krishna. And if we are displeasing the spiritual master, Krishna will be displeased. This is very, very important. So it is, now King Indra is thinking, yes, I have displeased my spiritual master. So that means Krishna is displeased with me. Vishnu is displeased with me. So I should beg forgiveness. Let me try to satisfy him, he's saying. So this is very important for all of us to understand that disciple should never be a hypocrite, or we should never be unfaithful to our spiritual master or our superiors. Because Lord Krishna himself says that that one should respect the spiritual master, accepting him to be the Lord himself. Acharya mam vijaniyan means we should consider our spiritual master like God. In the sense, he is not God, he is the servant of the God. But for us, the respect how much we are giving to the Supreme Lord, we should give the same respect and love to our spiritual master also. This is Guru Tattva, dear devotees. So that is the position of Guru. So for a disciple, Guru is as good as the Supreme Lord. That should be our mood. For us, Guru is equally important. We should give that position to our Guru. If we do that, then Krishna will be so pleased. Krishna will be so pleased. And that is the way of success, to progress in spiritual life. Yeah. So accepting a Guru is also very important. So why Krishna, in his pastime we have seen, he had a Guru. Lord Ramachandra had a guru. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a guru. Isn't it? So, spiritual master is very important in our life. And we should serve him selflessly. We should love him. We should respect him like we do to our Supreme Lord Krishna. So we should never think that he is an ordinary person like us. If we think like that, then we will fall down. Maybe we may see that, oh, he is also having a material body. Yeah, he is, he is also eating like me. He is also doing many things like me. So after all, he is a person. He is better than me, of course, but he is not. We are not thinking. We are not giving that position like Supreme Lord. We are not giving that high regard to that position. If we are doing that, then it is a sure shot fall down. So he is not an ordinary person. He has taken the material body for all of us, to help all of us, to take us back to Godhead. He is Krishna's spiritual master, is Krishna's confidential servitor, and he came here to help all of us. Krishna has sent them, all the spiritual masters, so they are doing service to Krishna. Right? And if we follow them, we will be saved. And if we try to approach Krishna directly, it will be very difficult. It is not easy. We think that if we can do by our bhajan, with the strength of our bhajan, no. We should have mercy of our spiritual masters and Vaishnavas. The mercy is a very, very important factor, dear devotees. So without the mercy of superiors, Vaishnavas, spiritual masters, it is not easy, because they are actually recommending all of us to Krishna. Our spiritual master is recommending us to Krishna. He is saying, Krishna, don't worry about this person. I know him. I know him. So then Krishna will say, okay, if you know him, then okay, fine. So that he is actually recommending him. So that is the position of the spiritual master, and we should serve him. We should serve him very nicely. We should ask questions with awe and reverence. Tadvidi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshadendite jnanam jnaninas tattva darshana. We have seen this in Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? So this is very important. Okay, let us move forward. I think we'll have to have 10 minutes extra today because we started a little late. Evam chintayatastasya maghano bhagavan grihat brihaspati gato drishtam gadim adhyatma mayaya. Yes, who is going to read? Recite? Anybody?
Hare Krishna Babuji.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Evam chintayatastasya maghano bhagavan grita brihaspati gato drishtam gatim adhyatma mayaya.
Please read the translation also.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. While Indra, the king of the demigods, thought in this way and repented in his own assembly, Brihaspati, the most powerful spiritual master, understood his mind. Thus he became invisible to Indra and left home, for Brihaspati was spiritually more powerful than King Indra. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Sri Brihaspati, he understood that King Indra is repenting. He is repenting, and Brihaspati understood, because he is not an ordinary person. He is an exalted Brahmana, is an exalted devotee, he is more advanced, and he understood the Indra's mind, and he became invisible. He became invisible to Indra, and Indra was searching for him. Where is my spiritual master? Let me offer obeisances. Let me ask forgiveness. But he just left, because again he is teaching Indra also. He is teaching all of us the gravity of the aparadha, or the mistake what he has committed. Yeah. Yes, let's go forward. Gururnadi gada samnyam parikshan bhagavan swarat dhyayan diya surer yukta sharma nalabadatmanaha. Yes. Anybody would like to recite?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Please.
Excuse me, I can't see the translation. Can you please scroll on little bit?
I cannot hear Mataji.
Hare Krishna, I can't see the translation, so I want to, if you can.
Okay, I will recite the sloka. You can read the translations. Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Gurur
Prabhuji.
Nadi
Prabhuji.
Dasam Parikshan Bhagavan Swarat Dhyayan Dhiya Surer Yukta Sharma Nala Batatmanaha. Yes, Mataji, please read translation.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Although Indra searched vigorously with the assistance of the other demigods, he could not find Brihaspati. Then Indra thought, alas, my spiritual master has become satisfied with me, and now I have no means of achieving good fortune. Although Indra was surrounded by demigods, he could not find peace of mind. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam.
And Pranam. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So Indra is searching for his spiritual master. He could not find him, but and he's thinking, oh, my spiritual master has become dissatisfied. Yes, he understood that he made a big mistake, and my spiritual master he has become dissatisfied, and now I have no means of achieving good fortune. Now he understood that now there is going to be a problem. Indra understood there is going to be a big problem now. And his mind was not peaceful. He was completely tensed. Oh, what is going to happen now? Yeah, let's go ahead. Tashrutuva, okay. Tashrutuva sura sarva ashritya shanam ashrityoshan sammatam devan pratyudyamam chakrur durmada atatayinah. Yes. So, I think Prashanti Mataji, you would like to recite?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Please.
Tashrutvaivasura sarva ashrityaushana sammatam devam pratyudyamam chakrur durmada atatayinaha. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. Hearing of the pitiable condition of King Indra, the demons, following the instructions of their guru, Shukracharya, equipped themselves with weapons and declared war against the demigods. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam.
Dandavad Pranam, Hare Krishna. Thank you. See, here we can see, hearing of the pitiable condition of King Indra. Now, Indra became weak, isn't it? He became weak in his mind also. He's thinking, oh, what will I do? And following the instruction of their guru Shukracharya, what the demons did, they were equipped with weapons, and they actually declared war against the demigods. Dear devotees, see how the enemies are ready to attack us. Enemies are ready to attack us when we are weak. Isn't it? This we can see in our society also, or in our world also. People are trying to see if we have some weakness, and then people will be attacking us, isn't it? And similarly, dear devotees, in our sadhana also, just compare that as our sadhana. If we are weak with our spiritual practices, if we are weak, if we are not associating with the devotees, then what will happen? Then Maya will declare a war against us. Then Maya Devi will try to test us. So, this is very, very important. So, we should not be weak. We should always nourish ourselves by being in the association of pure devotees, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, reading and studying the scriptures, chanting the holy names. So we should have that, we should do this without any fail. every day. Actually, we should nourish ourselves. Without this nourishment, if we become spiritually weak, then different temptations would come, attack us like these demons. This is how we can relate to our own life. See, demons are waiting for an opportunity to attack devatas. Similarly, all these temptations, all these things, all these material things, they are actually waiting for an opportunity to engulf us. So if we are diluting our spiritual practices, then what will happen? All these things will attack us. Then we will be in trouble. So we have to be very careful, because these enemies are always trying to see an opportunity to attack. So we should be careful also. So we should maintain this association. We should hear Srimad Bhagavatam without fail, and we should study, we should chant the holy names. This is very, very important and most importantly, to be in the association of good devotees, to not associate, we should not associate with non-devotees, dear devotees. If we do that, we will be weakened. We will be weakened if we are associating with non-devotees. It's a very big risk. Of course, we may have people who are not following principles in our home itself or in our friends circle. So what we can do, maybe we cannot avoid them. Yes, this will be the question which is coming into our mind, but at least internally we should be always connected to Krishna. Maybe externally we may have impediments, but no problem. Let us internally connect with Krishna always, and try to be smart to avoid bad association. Sometimes we have to be smart. Sometimes we have to be very smart. There are people who will try to pull us for the material things, but we should be smart enough to tackle that situation, to how to avoid that. Because if we go and sit with them, or if we are spending time, what will happen? Our consciousness will get contaminated. All of you would have experienced that also, right? Just if you are sitting with materialistic people for long time, we will lose our consciousness gets spoiled very fast. So we can understand that it will affect our sadhana. It will affect our faith in the Supreme Lord also. So this is very, very important. Our acharyas are time and again telling us to be always in the association of devotees and to stay away from non-devotees. In case if you have to be with the non-devotees, but we should always pray in the heart, oh Krishna, when you will be relieving me from this association. And internally we should try to connect. Maybe externally we are with them, but internally we should connect to Krishna somehow. And not to speak, maybe if we have to be there in that assembly, so there is no other way. If we cannot get out of that place, be there, but internally think about Krishna, chant the holy names inside our mouth, and we should not, we can just be a dummy there, not to give our, open our mouth, or not to take the things into our ears. Just be a dummy, like that. So that's what we should be smart. That's what I was trying to tell. We should be smart. Otherwise, because the world is like that. That is why the world is very, very dangerous. So if we are not smart enough to protect our sadhana, if we are not smart enough to protect our spirituality, our consciousness, then enemies are ready to attack us. So we have to be very careful, and we should be always praying to Krishna also. Krishna, please protect me. Please protect me. Please protect my consciousness. We are not asking Krishna to protect our body. Oh, not that. We can pray to Krishna to protect our consciousness. Oh Krishna, may you be pleased with me and please protect my consciousness. Oh Krishna, I am going with some non-devotees. I am not able to avoid that situation, but Krishna, please protect my consciousness. So that should be our prayer. Tair Vrishryeshu Tikshner Nirbinna Goru Bhava Brahmanam Sharanam Yakmu Sahendra Natakantaraha. Sudha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Tair Vishishteshu Bistikshnair Nirbinna Bhavaha Brahmanam Sharanam Jagmu Sahendra Nata Kandaraha. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The demigods' heads, thighs, and arms and the other parts of their bodies were injured by the sharp arrows of the demons. The demigods, headed by Indra, saw no other course than to immediately approach Lord Brahma with bowed heads for shelter and proper instruction. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. See, here we can see, thank you, Mataji. Here we can see, demigods, the demons have started attacking the demigods. So they are getting injured by their sharp arrows and all. So now what is happening? Demigods, Indra and all the other demigods, they understood that now we are helpless. We cannot do anything. So see what they did? They approached Lord Brahma, because Lord Brahma is the immediate person for the demigods, because he is the chief among the demigods. Lord Brahma is an exalted position. He is in such an exalted position, right? So they all approach Lord Brahma. So and they are now taking shelter of Lord Brahma, asking Brahma, please help me, please help us. All the demigods are requesting Brahma to help. See, this is good. This is a good thing, because if whenever we can just relate to our own life, whenever we are weak, whenever we understand that yes, things are going out of my control, we should not wait much. We should approach somebody who is superior to us, who can guide us properly. Before we lose our complete consciousness, we should try to approach somebody who is superior, senior, and try to get their advice and guidance. Then we will be saved. So if we are reaching in the right time, then we will be saved. Like for example, as we know, if somebody is getting heart attack, if we can take him to the hospital on time, then sometimes we will be able to save that person, isn't it? And if we are becoming late to take him to the hospital, what happens? Then he may die. And we would have heard this also. Doctor says, oh, if you could have brought him little before, we could have saved him. Just few seconds ago, or just 1 minute ago, he took the last breath. If you could have reached 5 minutes before, we could have saved him, right? We would have heard this also, isn't it? So right time we should approach. We should not wait, because if we understood that yes, things are going out of my way, and then we should approach our superiors. So very, very important. Last verse for today. Tam stada bhyardi dan vikshya bhagavan atmabhur ajaha kripaya paraya deva uvacha parisantvayan. Please, who else? Who is going to recite? Anybody? Last verse.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Three of you. Anybody? Who has not? I think Saraswati Mataji, you have not read today. Please.
Yes, I'll try, Prabhu.
No problem. Please. No problem.
Tam statavyar titan viksha bhagavan atmabhur ajaha kripaya paraya deva uvacha parishantavyan. Translation. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Shri Prabhupada. When the most powerful Lord Brahma saw the demigods coming towards him, their bodies gravely injured by the arrows of the demons, he pacified them by his great causeless mercy and spoke as follows. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. So now all of them have approached all the demigods and Lord Indra. Everybody has approached Lord Brahma, right? And he has seen, Brahma is seeing them. Yeah, he can see the injuries of the demigods. Now Lord Brahma is going to pacify the demigods. He is going to give a solution for these problems. Okay. So we will see the following verses in the next class. So yeah, so tomorrow's class will be taken by another devotee. So this will be continued. Okay. So thank you so much for your patient listening. Today we took little more time. We started a little late. That's why, because we had to finish 20 verses 2 days. Okay.
I have 2 questions. Can I ask if it is time?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, please.
In the verse number 13, text 13, we talked about how we should show respect to one another, or is it? So I didn't understand the context in which the Chaturvarnya system has been mentioned in this purport. Like I didn't understand how that connects with how the respect should be shown. So how does it apply in the real world today? Like, is one class higher than the other, and one gets mistreated or looked down upon by the other? So I didn't understand the point of showing respect and this reference of Chaturvarnya system here.
Actually, Srila Prabhupada is actually connecting this to the civilization, okay, or the society, because this we are talking about etiquettes, isn't it? So yes. Etiquettes, it will be known to people who are following some system, isn't it, or Vedic civilization. If somebody is not following Vedic civilization, he will not be knowing the etiquettes. He will not be following the Vedic etiquette, right? So we are talking about etiquettes. That is the connection. So who will be knowing the Vedic civilization? If somebody is following this Varnashrama system, right? So Varnashrama system is created by Krishna. It's a Vedic, system, isn't it? So if we follow that, then that's good. If we are not following, then it will be a problem. That's how he is connecting it. Okay.
So the 4th class of people must show respect to the other 3 classes. That's what is written, right?
Yeah. 4th class means the lowest. So like that. So Shudras are actually serving all the above 3 classes, right? He is serving the Brahmanas, he is serving the Vaishyas, he is serving the Kshatriyas also.
Okay. And the other question I had is, like, in the text number 15, there was a word called nishata, or non-duplicious, or non-duplicity. What is the meaning of the word non-duplicity? Indra decided to be non-duplicity. Duplicate means what?
Duplicitous means, what to say. You know the meaning of hypocrite.
Yes.
Hypocrite means, we are showing something. We want to tell something, or we have some nature, but we are in front of others we are keeping some mask and doing or showing some different expressing in a different way, which is in fact not our actual thing. For example, if I am having if I am envious to somebody, for example, then I may be presenting to that person in a different way. I will be like very different way. I will be approaching in a very friendly way, or I will be trying to serve them, but actually in my heart I have full of hatred or envy. But so that is kind of duplicitous, duplicity. I'm not the real person. I'm not showing the real heart, isn't it? So that is meant by duplicity. Here non-duplicitous means Indra now understood that it is my mistake. I have done a very big mistake. So let me just forget about my position. Let me just forget about all this opulence. Let me surrender to my spiritual master. That's what he was thinking.
Okay, thank you so much. Got it. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Thanks for the wonderful class. Prabhu, should we take all those who take classes as spiritual masters, Prabhu?
Can you repeat the question? I could not hear properly, Mataji.
Prabhu, like we have been talking about spiritual masters. So all Prabhus and Matajis who take classes for us, should we consider them as spiritual masters?
Spiritual masters, Mataji, actually, of course, they are our superiors, or they are our guides or maybe advisors. So, spiritual master is a very heavy term. Guru means who is, actually taking responsibility of all of us, that I will take them to back to Godhead. That is the position. So, spiritual master is not an ordinary position. Spiritual master is taking the responsibility of the disciple, and he is answerable to Krishna. In front of Krishna, he is answerable. For example, if he is giving Diksha, he is answerable to Krishna. If we are not following the principles properly, then the spiritual master will be questioned by Krishna. So we should, so that is the, so spiritual master is so connected to Krishna. He is actually our, via medium to reach Krishna. So that is the position of the spiritual master, and he is taking all our responsibilities to take us back to Godhead. And the classes, the Prabhujis and Madajis who are taking classes, they are all, we can consider them to be a teacher or as a guide. Of course, we have to, we should consider, we should respect them in that way. All the seniors, all the superiors, we should respect them. But the spiritual master, as such, if we say, I mean, the Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru, that is a different, that position is so, it's not just only by words, Mataji. It is holding a, it's a very heavy position, right? So taking the responsibility of a particular person is something different. For example, I am taking the class. I may be coming to once in 2 weeks. I may not be knowing you personally also, isn't it? I am not interacting with you, all of you, but I am giving the class. But I am not in a position to take the responsibility of each and every one of you, because we are not connected each other every day, isn't it? So that's, so giving class is different, but taking responsibility to take them back to Godhead is something different. That is the difference. But your question is valid. We should respect everybody. This is very important. Not only who are giving classes or guiding us, we should respect everybody. Even we should respect the enemies also, even the non-devotees also. Why we should not respect? We should respect everybody. Amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. That's what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us. Don't expect any respect from anybody and give respect to everybody. This is very important. Okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. But because I have not taken Diksha, I always get this confusion. Who is my spiritual master?
So yeah, so spiritual master here, Mataji, in the scriptures, what scriptures and wherever we are seeing the term Shri Guru or spiritual master, they are actually our Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru, who is holding that position and who is taking that responsibility. Okay, so whenever we use spiritual master terminology, we should not use that term otherwise, because that is a very heavy position or a high position actually, isn't it? So that is the difference. But that does not mean that we should not respect anybody. So others also, we should give all respect, especially people, those who are guiding us in spirituality. Of course, we should have that gratitude to them. Very important. Okay, Mataji?
Yes.
So do not worry if you desire to take initiation, if you desire to have a bona fide spiritual master as your guru, then if you have that desire and if you pray to Krishna, then Krishna will provide you soon. So have that faith, he will guide you properly to the right person. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Just one question.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. In regard to this paying obeisances, I just had one doubt, one clarification I needed. In one of the earlier courses that I took with another ISKCON, ISKCON Bangalore, I came across one Mataji had told us that when we are saying pranam, Dandavat pranam, for example, Mataji had told us that ladies should offer Panchanga pranam and only male men should offer Dandavat pranam. But I see the usage of Dandavat pranam is done by both male and female. So I just needed some clarity on this. What kind of pranam we are supposed to be telling?
Yes. Mataji, physically when we do the pranam, we have to, the male will do the dandavat, means full obeisances, and the female will be doing panchanga. That you know, right Mataji, when we do physically?
Yes.
Yeah, physically the panchanga pranam means the ladies normally don't touch the body, the full body on the ground, right? So that is the panchanga pranam. Yeah, so physically when we do, yeah, ladies should not do the full pranam. It will be panchanga. But
Correct.
when we speak, sometimes I think that's what you are asking. When we speak, sometimes even the Matajis also say Dandavat pranam. So
Correct.
that is not that not a problem, Mataji, because we are, that is, a devotee is showing the respect, you know. Devotee is expressing the respect to others. So these are all, you know, these are all details. These are all details. We don't have to get into much into this. So if that person is giving, you know, saying that pranam, dandavat pranam, what is the problem? Because she is expressing her heart that I am giving you respect. So that is not a grave mistake or anything, Mataji. Don't worry about it. Okay.
And another point I just wanted to share with you, in one of the earlier classes of on Ajamila, when we had a class, I had asked you that after the second chance, when he got, how many years it took for him to, do the devotional service and get liberation. And you had said that you will find out and you will get back. But then one of the subsequent classes, I think taken by Kamaradiya Mataji, she said that it was 12 years. So I just came across that subsequent class. So I wanted to share that with you.
Okay. Number of years? Okay, I don't even remember the question. My Kali Yuga memory is not
No problem.
working.
Thing is, my question at that time was that when Ajamila got a second chance, then he goes to Haridwar and does all the penances. So I wanted to know how many years it took for him to.
How many years? Okay.
Nullify
Thank you
all
for. No problem. So I will not forget now, because now you told me that it is 12 years. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing that. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you. Yes,
I just want to
Mataji,
ask
please.
you which we are reading sixth canto regularly, or we are just taking some pastimes from there?
This is pastimes, Mataji. This special classes. The regular reading, you know, the chapter wise chapter and the canto wise canto, it is happening in the morning.
Yes.
In the morning, Srimad Bhagavatam class. And here we are in the evening classes. Now we are doing the special pastime classes, Mataji.
Okay, but
So
we are not. They are not posting on the group that which they are going to do today or like every day.
Okay, no problem, Mataji. I mean, regarding this class, so evening, Mataji, now you can just think about, you can just note it down. Nowadays, evening classes, this 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock class, right? Yeah, 8 o'clock class is pastime classes, which started with Ajamala pastime. Now we are doing Vrtrasura pastime. Okay, so maybe it will be going for more time, because there are so many pastimes. Yeah, and morning classes are, you know, continuous chapter wise, canto wise.
Yes.
It is going on.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna,
Mataji and
Prabhuji. Thank
Prabhujis.
you. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking a lot of time. Sorry for taking a lot of time. I am really sorry. Apologize. So Krishna willing, we will meet maybe after 2 weeks. Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, इस्कॉन गुरु वृंद की जय, समवेद भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर हरि बोल. जय जय श्री राधेश्याम. हरे कृष्णा. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.